1,
2,
3,
4.
5.
Hi, my name is Katie Cotton, and the speech that I'm doing today is where I'm going to demonstrate how to juggle a soccer ball. I've been on the Coffee County Lady Raiders soccer team for the last 4 years and have been a varsity starter all 4 years. And last year, I was the varsity captain. So today, to start off, you want to have the right attire. So, to start off, you want to have the right shoes. I have on my turf shoes because I am inside on the turf, and these are just the best for the traction, and they just help me to stay grounded. And they have these little bumps on it that just help me out. If you don't have turf shoes and you're inside, I recommend that you use tennis shoes because they're basically the same, except they just don't have the traction on the bottom that help out a lot. And these tennis shoes I recommend because they have a flat surface and they don't curve up at the end, because if they curve up at the end, it can cause it to go out opposite directions that you don't want it to. And these, when it bounces off, it will go straight up and down, and it'll be easier to juggle. If you're outside on a soccer field, I recommend that you use soccer cleats. These are standard soccer cleats with the grass bottoms with studs without metal, because in soccer you're not allowed to have the metal because it could cause a serious injury to someone. And shoes that I do not recommend are shoes like these tennis shoes, because as you can see, they curve up on the bottom, and that can just cause the ball to hit off of the curve and go outwards or to the side, and you just really don't want that because it can mess up your whole groove. To start off, I recommend that you start stretching. And first, I'm going to stretch out my hips, because hip flexibility is really important when juggling, because it just controls your whole leg, and if you're tight in your hips, it can really just affect your legs moving up and down, and you need that when you're juggling. So I'm going to do 4 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that your hips are nice and warm, I recommend that you do some ankle stretches, because this just improves your ankle mobility, and you really need that when you're juggling, because mostly juggling is with your ankles. So you want to start off with your right, and then after you feel as though your ankle is nice and loose, you can move over to your left. And just do this until you feel as though your ankle is nice and not stiff anymore. So after that, you just want to go some side lunges, because this just opens up the quad area and increases the hip flexibility again, which just can improve your overall performance. So just do this until you feel as though your quads have opened up and you're feeling nice and warm. Okay? Once you feel as though you've been stretched out, you're going to want to start with your ball. Now, when most people hear the words juggling, they think of juggling with your hands like this, but with more. But the juggling that I'm demonstrating today is juggling with a soccer ball. So I've already gone over the equipment that you need with your shoes, but you're going to need a size 5 soccer ball, because size 5 is standard for our age, and if you're any younger, you might want to go for a size 4, but with my feet size and my age, it is standard that I use a size 5 ball. And I have on a sweatshirt that is nice and breathable and movable, and some leggings that are athletic leggings that I can move around in and are flexible. So you're going to want to start with some kick-ups. This is the base of starting into a juggling session. So I'm going to do 5 of these, and I do this with my dominant foot because this is a lot easier. And it's a lot easier if you're starting out. Okay, now that I have that, I'm going to pick up the ball and I'm going to start with some volleys. This will help me to get the ball up and moving once I started juggling. It'll get the movement down to my foot, and it'll feel way more natural once I start actually juggling. I'm going to do it on both feet about 5 times. 3, 4, 5. Now once I've done that, I feel as though I am comfortable to start picking it up with my foot and start actually juggling. Like this. I'm remaining on my dominant foot until I feel comfortable that I can add in at least one with my non-dominant foot. So I'm going to juggle a couple of times with my right, and then go to my non-dominant, a couple of times with my right, and then go to my non-dominant left. Then once I feel more comfortable, I can add in, go back and forth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. As you can see, I feel more comfortable, so I can go from my dominant to my non-dominant. And this is just the base of how you juggle. And once you're feeling more confident, you can always add in tricks. I myself am not very good at the tricks, but I can give it a go. See, I can do it maybe once, but probably not anymore. And I hope that I have taught you how to juggle very well today. And now we're just gonna go into some cool down stretches. You're gonna wanna stretch out your quads again as you've worked them, and you need to just work them out and get them cooled down. And lastly, you're gonna wanna stretch out your ankles so that you don't feel sore tomorrow. And that is it. And that is conclusion of my demonstration speech on how to juggle a soccer ball. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.